We human beings have seen so much in our lives till now, be it from the invention of airplanes, telephone, steam engines, electricity, and whatnot. But now the new inventions are in the field of artificial intelligence and how it's going to make a big impact in our lives. And I think it is not wrong to ask a question that where the world will be with AI in the next 10 years. One such AI technology has recently shaken the world called the ChatGPT. As a techie working with IT firm and a traveler, I have invested good amount of hours exploring this new AI tool and it has left me with amazing results. And that is where I wanted to share my experience with you all. Please watch this video till the end to learn more about it. Welcome to my channel where today I will show you how ChatGPT can assist by providing personalized travel itineraries based on their interests and budgets, along with valuable information on tips, cultural norms, visa requirements, local events, and much more, saving time and effort in trip plannings. If you are new here, please subscribe and hit the bell icon to get all the updates on time. And that being said, let's begin. First, I went to Google and searched for the Chat GPT, the first link in the Chat GPT, which is openai.com, and I opened it. It will show you how it collects data, which is through the conversations happening in daily lives, which are collected from multiple sources like applications that we use. Also, it will tell you not to share any personal data while you are interacting with Chat GPT, as it can store the data and it can provide it to someone in any way possible, and which can result to any data leaks of your personal information. So this is how the ChatGPT page looks like, showing few examples to begin with for the people who are new, some great capabilities like where it remembers your whole history of what you have asked in the past, and it is also trained not to reply to inappropriate questions and certain limitations which you can go through in your meantime. As a gentleman, I asked it how was his day going on, for which it said it does not have any emotions to feel whether it's good or bad and cannot tell me anything. So it's a poor AI, and I really felt sad for him at that moment. I don't know if it's him or her, whatever the gender may be. So the very first question that I asked for started was the ways of earning as a traveler, to which it gave me a few good tips which are good to know if you are someone who does not have any idea how to earn as a traveler, like becoming a freelancer worker, a travel blogger, a travel photographer, and even suggested to join a hospitality industry to take a job. I did not got into details of each of these as I was keen to know the results of the question, so you can dig into these topics individually on ChatGPT. So the next I asked was the cheapest travel destinations in Europe. You can put anything instead of Europe. The results which came out were just amazing, which I was expecting. It showed me like five cheapest countries in Europe right now, as you can see in the results here, with some details like what can be done, what is cheapest in those countries, and the things that can be experienced as well. Also, if you have not still watched my video on the cheapest Europe destinations, please watch, where I have provided all the details capturing food, transportation, accommodation, and attraction expenses. Now further, I picked up a country and asked a question about how much it will cost me for a 5-day trip to Bulgaria. You can choose any country of your choice, doesn't matter if it's in Europe, Asia, America, or any other, till the time it belongs to this particular earth. The results came out was amazing. It gave me all the cost on per day basis and then summarizing it for 5 days. Results related to were accommodation, where it suggested me hostel and hotel price ranges, transportation if I'm using a public or private, foods and drinks cost, suggesting budget friendly and mid range cost restaurants, and also told me the cost of a water bottle, and at last regarding the activities and attraction costings as well. It gave me so much information where I realized that this is too much data to save and use it when planning any of the trips. Then I thought, okay, why not ask ChatGPT to provide this information on the trip in an Excel format, which is easy to save. Now, as you can see, it cannot provide this data in the Excel format, but certainly, yes, it can provide you this whole information in a proper layout format, which is just super. It gives this table with the categories which will cost me for the trip, with estimated cost in Bulgarian currency and its estimated value in USD. Now I can just simply copy this table and save it somewhere and plan accordingly. So after saying I love you to AI, now I just wanted to know if it can provide the details on how to apply for the visa for this country if I'm coming from some other specific country, to which it gave me a very nice detail on the whole visa process. I was really amazed by this result, as it gave me the step-by-step process what needs to be done till the collection of the visa if approved. Now, in my curiosity, I just wanted to check if it can tell me about where and how to find the application visa form, which it had suggested me as an initial step to fill and submit when applying for the visa. So it gave me a complete information about the steps on the embassy website where I can find and how can I download the form, and it also gave a very great suggestion to fill the form correctly. So the next question I asked was about the cost of this visa. Now this may apply from country to country you are coming from and visiting. So as I had put the source country as India, it gave me a detailed visa type information along with the different costs associated with it, which I think it's a very good information when you're planning a trip. The next I asked it to create a complete itinerary for me for my 5 days trip to that particular country. It started giving me cities I should visit on day 1, day 2 till day 5. Now it showed me the famous things to do and see in those cities as well during my 5 days trip, as you can see in the results here. Now this definitely helps to plan trip when you are confused where to start, where to go and what to do. Now I just felt like why not pick up one city and try to find out more. So what I did, I put a question that what are the things to see in that city, to which it showed me all the places of attraction in that particular city and what it is famous for, and I think which is super. Now further I pushed ChatGPT to create a timeline to cover all the 8 places that it had suggested me to see in that particular city. To make it much more difficult, I told it the number of days I want to spend there, a specific date, and my time of arrival in that city. The result it gave me was just amazing. From the time of arrival, what time I should have my activities planned in a certain manner so that the next things are well covered in time. Now, in middle of all these, it also calculated my time for eating food, moving out, travel distance, and everything, which was just super to see. As you can see here in the results, it had calculated the whole things for me for 2 complete days. So next I wanted to check if it can recommend places based on the type of people whom I'm traveling with. So for starters, I chose a girlfriend and a place Thailand, which was a perfect exotic destination for testing on ChatGPT. Now it gave me 7 great places and some exotic places also to roam around if I'm coming with my girlfriend. Next, I chose that I'm going with my parents. It again gave me 7 great destinations, but the exotic girlfriend type places were not mentioned this time, and I compared the places one by one as you can see here. Now, at that time, I felt if it really does have emotions to understand someone who is coming with parents or girlfriend or someone else. So the next I told it that I'm coming with kids. I just wanted to see if it gives any different suggestions or not this time. And to my best surprise, it did. It showed places which were related to kids' activities and some great parks to explore which were suggested in the result. Now further I asked it about the cost if I have to travel from one particular city to another city by bus in the same country, that is Thailand in this case. It gave me a detailed price on a budget travel and a VIP bus travel cost as well, which I think it's a very nice information for planning when it comes to money and bookings. So the next I thought to ask it to suggest me few vegan hotels in a country which is almost feeding on anything. As the results came, it was really amazing to see how well it had told about the hotels and their specific locations as well. Now, I asked it the best time to visit that country in budget. It gave me a very nice information on the budget friendly months and how much it is going to cost me for the accommodation and the flights. It also gave me a temperature information about that country during those months as well. So this time I tried a different question of how to book some cheap flight tickets. It gave me very good suggestions on how I can book some cheap flight tickets during the week. When should I book them on Tuesdays and Wednesdays? And it also gave me some couple of websites where I can book them. So after knowing all this information, the last question I asked ChatGPT was more hard one, at least for me, where I told it to prepare an itinerary for 3 days trip to Iceland, suggesting only vegan restaurants, hostels as I'm a budget traveler, keeping the best months for me in its mind. It prepared a wonderful 3 days itinerary with best months to come, best places to visit, best cities to go, best places to eat vegan foods, and all the other activities that I should do on my day 1, day 2, and day 3. And trust me, guys, I was really happy with this result. And out of love, I said, I love you so much. So, as a gentleman, again, I thanked him for its services and told that I will ask people to like, subscribe, and comment on what they think of you. And later, I told Super AI to sleep well and take care. And I hope you got a flavor of ChatGPT and how it will change the future of traveling and planning. So please share this video with your community and so that everyone can get the benefit of it. And see you guys in the next video. Cheers. Bye bye. Take care.